This is the dawn of a new era in British karting. Over 550 drivers in 12 classes competing for victory over 18 race weekends. This is the Motorsport UK British Kart Championships.
Chris Whitton takes the flag.
Going to be enough reuse.
TKM's next champion.
To win again in TKM Extreme.
The British Kart Championship for TKM, Honda and KZ2 make their long-awaited return to the classic Kimbolton circuit in Cambridgeshire. This weekend sees the conclusion of the KZ2 Gearbox Class Championship and the crowning of new champion Adam Glier, who, after nearly a decade in the British Championship, finally clinches his first national title as a true privateer.
Yeah, so this season's been pretty tough. I mean, the level of competition has been very strong. You know, racing against the likes of Dan, Scott, and Jimmy, all ex champions. Heading into this weekend, we're looking to do the best we can. Get as many points as possible. To seal the championship.
Glenister on the inside, Kelly on the outside. Then on row 2, the number 4 of Cannon on the inside, and the number 41, that brightly livery card of Shane Daly. Engine notes rise, lights are on, lights are out. We go racing at Kimbolton. It's a great start from Shane Daly. It's a rocket start from number 9, Lee Ward, and they're 3-4 wide going into Stowe Corner. Oh, there's a spin in the middle of the pack. And that was one of the Comp Kart chassis. I think it was Tom Longfield that went for a spin, and that was one of the Sony karts that had nowhere to go and T-boned him. The Sony kart driver out of the race. The rest of the field go down the Imitsu straight into Dan Weldon corner, but up at the front into Kimbolton corner now to complete the first lap. It is pole position holder James Glenister leading Dan Kelly, Shane Daly, Adam Glier is in 4th, then it is Lee Ward in 5th, Daniel Gould is up in the 6th position, Ryan Cannon 7th, Miles Murphy is in 8th, Hannah Lang 9th, and Scott Allen rounds out the top 10. Matt Sherwin, the privateer driver on the Sony kart chassis, who had a great start in the first final before there was he had a retirement. That's why he was starting down at the back, and he is now out of the race. Into Kimbolton corner we go at the end of lap number 2. It is still Glenister leading from Kelly, then the very distinctive livery of Shane Daly. Leah, Ward, 4th and 5th, and the number 17 of Tom Longfield, retiring Scott Allen in the number 25. Jade Kart's entry has also retired out on circuit after obviously getting involved in that initial tangle. So we're down. Nicholas Jenkins has retired as well. So we're down just 15 runners. Dan Kelly closing in on James Glenister at the braking for Stowe Corner as we begin lap number 4. Fast lap of the race for Ryan Cannon. Well, Cannon, a poor start. The driver of kart number 4. He is the second of the red and white Birrell ART chassis used by the Andy Fairless racing team. But we go out of Dan Weldon corner, up the TKM straight, through Kestrel corner, a very short, sharp burst at Laser Straight, into Kimbolton. Kelly, hard on the brakes, now goes up through the gears. They cross the start-finish line. He is in Glenister's wheel tracks. Glier, meanwhile, passes Shane Daly the 3rd as they break for Stowe Corner. Now they go through the willows. They flick right, then left, right again onto the Imitsu straight. All the way down, long, straight, hard run into the braking zone for the Dan Weldon corner. And of course, after the late Indy 500 and IndyCar champion Dan Weldon, who began his career here at Kimbolton. Cross the line. through the willows. Kelly right behind. Down towards Weldon's again. Earlier on, with Dan, who was a part of the fixtures here at Kimbolton. His mum, Sue Weldon, was a lap scorer for many years. The late Sue Weldon, Clive Weldon, Dan's father, also a very integral figure of the club here at Kimbolton. But the leaders come through the willows on lap number 7. It is Glenister, Kelly, Glear, then Daly, Cannon, Murphy, Ward, Gould, Lang, and Adam Rustling, who's made good progress at the back of the grid. He is now 10th. Mark Stimpson runs 11th, then Dan Arlett and Ryan Domes are next. Ashley Lewis is 24, is 14th. Anderson Chilcott, it's not been a happy return for Anderson Chilcott. He is down in 15th position. We've only got 15 carts still running, and it's still James Glenister who leads. Hannah Lang makes a move to the inside in the number 91 MK Racing Tony kart. And Lang picks up a place at the expense of Adam Rustling. Still Dan Kelly inches ever close to James Glenister. Will he make a move coming into Kimbolton corner this time around? The answer is no. Now around Stowe, into the willows. Still 10 minutes to go. A long way in what will be a very physically demanding, arduous race for the KZ2 drivers. The first final went to 27 laps. So you can expect this one to go a similar distance. 35.34 seconds. That's James Glenister's fastest lap of the race. He is keeping Dan Kelly at bay. They complete another lap. Adam Glear is 1.3 seconds behind these two. So Glear is not making significant progress. Behind them, Scott Allen is recovering, trying to gain grounds in the number, that's Ashley Lewis, I think. Sorry, Scott Allen's out of the race. Ashley Lewis, and in the number 24, Beryl Cartman is similarly mounted. 84 of Anderson Chilcott. They are battling tooth and nail for 13th position. But up at the front, the leaders go through Stowe corner once again. The top 6 carts all still in contention, with the very bright yellow cart of number 7, Miles Murphy, closing in on Ryan Cannon in 6th position. Cannon in 5th. They go through Weldon's once again and up the TKM straight towards Castrol corner. Glenister, Kelly, Glear, Daly, Cannon and Murphy. Then a big gap back to Lee Ward in 7th. And Lee Ward's got Hannah Lang right behind him. Behind Hannah Lang is Adam Rustling and Daniel Gould. To complete another lap. There goes Murphy to the outside of Ryan Cannon. But he doesn't make the move stick. Has to fall back into line. And on the main straight goes the leaders. Murphy signalling to Cannon to push on. Those were Era Cadets, only going twice as quickly. And Dan Kelly, he closed in on James Glenister, but Glenister is keeping him at bay. You can see him working down through the gears as they go into Kimbolton Court. Now back up through the gears onto the main straight, and then hard on the brakes. You can see the back ends of the cart staying pretty well planted there for the top 2, under braking for Stowe. And once again, just balancing the power of the cart through the willows. Hard on the gas, up the gears, down Yamitsu straight. And again, they flick left, and as they flick left, it's hard on the brake, down through the gears for the right-hander at Weldon's. Out of Weldon's, back up the gears, never ever ceasing in these carts. Hard at work all the way through this 960-metre lap. And last time around, Dan Kelly was just 300ths of a second quicker than the race leader. The gap remains 0.3 of a second. Adam Glear, a 10th quicker than the top 2. He's inching towards them. Shane Daly's beginning to fade away a little bit in 4th place, and Ryan Cannon is still under pressure from Miles Murphy in 6th position. Then there is a big gap back to the 7th place battle, 4 karts, number 9 Lee Ward, number 91 Hannah Lang, number 44 Adam Rustling and number 51 Daniel Gould. They fight over the remaining places in the top 10. But while it's all static at the front, Adam Rustling moves past Hannah Lang for 8th position behind them. And further back, there's the number 24 kart going in the Stoke corner. That is Ashley Lewis passing Dan Arlott for what is now 11th place. Still got 15 drivers running. 4 drivers, Tom Longfield, Scott Allen, Nicholas Jenkins and Matt Sherwin, sadly out of the race. Leaders completed on the lap, and now Adam Gleer is visibly closer to Dan Kelly. Break the Stowe corner once again. The top 3 now separated by just 7/10 of a second. Last time around, a 35.38 for Adam Gleer in the number 2 kart, 35.5 for the top 2 drivers in front of him. James Glenister, the Rush Performance Maranello driver from Wimborne, is coming under increasing pressure now. Dan Kelly, the driver from Blockley for Andy Fairless Racing, and Wolverhampton's Adam Gleer. Now they're going to see what James Glenister is made of. Glenister 3rd in the championship standings. So these 3 drivers leading the way at the moment have been, I'd say, by far and away the class of the field, because Scott Allen, who came into this weekend 4th in the championship, was only 5 points behind Glenister. But the top 3 in the championship are battling for the top 3 positions in the last race of the season, and that seems quite fitting, ladies and gentlemen, that it's these 3 drivers that are battling out for the podium places in a season where just between the 3 of them they have won 3, well, they've won 4 of the 9 rounds between them. They've been by far and away the most consistent drivers of all. Glenister hasn't got out of the way yet. Now Gleer is right behind Kelly. Here comes Gleer up the inside of Dan Kelly. Under braking for Kimbolton corner. Adam Gleer takes 2nd position in kart number 2. 4 minutes to go. Adam Gleer, will he sign off his title-winning season with a victory? We will see in the next 4 minutes as another kart underneath the commentary position comes into the pits to retire. That is Ryan Dones in the number 47 Rush Performance entry. Starting at the back, and he will finish early. Leaders James Glenister, his teammate, completes lap number 19. We move on to lap 20. Now, by my reckoning, there's about 6 or 7 laps to go. Gleer and Kelly have now got to get their heads down to catch Glenister as they head down the Amitsu Straight into braking for Weldons. Out of the 180-degree right-hander, onto the TKM Straight, up to Kestrel through Lasers, now around Kimbolton corner. Glenister has really got his head down. He's now lapping quicker than Gleer and Kelly. So Adam Gleer, whilst he was chasing Dan Kelly, was the quickest man on the track. Now he's passed Dan Kelly. Neither he nor the outgoing champion are able to keep pace with the number 77 kart in front of them. Shane Daly still runs in 4th position, but is all on his own in 4th place. And Cannon and Murphy, 5th and 6th, are fading behind them. Then there's a long way back to the 7th place battle, still headed by number 9 Ireland's Lee Ward. Lee Ward in kart number 9 has got Adam Rustling in the Sam Moore Racing number 44, Hannah Lang in the MK Racing number 91, and Daniel Gould in the Rush Performance number 51 right behind him. They are now 10 seconds behind race leader James Glenister, and Glenister is just 0.6 of a second in front of number 2 Adam Gleer. There is a battle for the lead, in their race for the lead, because they haven't started battling just yet. have to say though, it's not too far away if Clear in the next 1 minute 45 seconds can gain another couple of kart lengths on Glenister. He'll pick up the slipstream and Glenister will have to defend, and that will allow Dan Kelly into the fray. At the moment Glenister is maintaining his composure out of Kestrel's. Short sharp squirt on the accelerator and then hard the brakes down gears for Kimbolton corner. Around Stowe. Through the willows. 1 minute to go. Clear was quicker by a tenth on that last lap than Glenister. The gap less than half a second now. Kelly is going with Clear. He's staying in his slipstream, picking up that vital couple of fractions that he needs. And the extra momentum, Shane Daly in the number 41 Cup Kart. Ireland is fourth. Ryan Cannon still holds off Miles Murphy the fifth. On to another lap. This is now lap 25. 30 seconds to go. Glenister onto the Amitsu straight. Glances over his shoulder just to check to see where Clear is. The answer is he's still right there. Kelly is in Clear's wheel tracks, waiting for his chance to strike. Kimbolton corner. Dan Kelly late on the brakes there. Really good run for Dan Kelly. Are we going to see a move from the number 1 plate on Clear going into the first corner? He looks to the inside, backs out of it though at the last minute. They cross the line, the clock strikes 0. Next time around, they will get the last lap board. This is lap number 26 out of 27. Glenister's lead has never been more than a second, and now it's just 3/10 of a second. Up TKM straight for the penultimate time in 2019. Clear and Kelly are right there. Who is going to emerge victorious? We are going to find out in approximately 40 seconds time. 950 metres to go. Glenister gets a good run off the corner. Clear has to defend from Kelly under braking for Stowe. Is that going to give Glenister the gap he needs? It doesn't look like Adam Clear's close enough to outbrake him into Weldon's. Glenister doesn't have to defend. Clear is preoccupied with Kelly. Around Weldon's we go. James Glenister is going to take, well, he's a couple of corners away. It's going to be second win of the weekend for number 77. James Glenister takes the checkered flag. New champion Adam Clear finishes second, and Dan Kelly, outgoing champion, finishes his title defence second in the point standings, but on the podium. The rest of the fields come across the line with Shane Daly in 4th place, Ryan Cannon in 5th, Miles Murphy comes home in P6, then Adam Rustling wins the battle for 7th place ahead of Lee Ward, Hannah Lang, rounding out the top 10, Daniel Gould. The only other finishers as the KZ2 season reaches its conclusion were Ashley Lewis, Dan Arlott, Anderson Chilcott and Mark Stimpson. That has been the 2019 MS Motorsport UK British KZ2 Karting Championship. They will do it all again in 2020. The 2019 KZ2 Championship came to an end here today at Kimbolton. A fantastic season of racing. Final won by James Glenister. Champion in 2019, Adam Clear finishing second. And reigning champion Dan Kelly, his championship reign ends with a 3rd place finish. What a wonderful season of racing.